got on the radar screen of President Donald Trump. You said you're trying to get attention. You got the attention of the big guy. Here's what he had to say about you and this work.
And they arrested Jane Fonda. Nothing changes. I remember 30, 40 years ago, she always has the handcuffs on. Oh, man. She's waving to everybody with the handcuffs.
So, did you feel happy to know that you were on the radar screen for the president? I think not. Okay. Well, since you are on his radar screen, he may be watching right now. If you had a chance to talk to Donald Trump, seriously, given everything that you said and given the amount of power that he has, what would you say to the President of the United States about the urgency of this moment?
Yeah, oh, Donald. I would get on my knees. Can I tell you what I wanted to do right after he was elected?
Yes.
Because I know him, you see. I wanted to get a lot of very, very beautiful women who are very, very smart about climate, Pamela Anderson being one of them, and a few scientists, and I wanted to go in and have us get on our knees and say to him, you could be the hero of the world.
That could work.
You could be the most beloved. So I called Jared Kushner, and he said, well, Ivanka is the environmentalist in the family. So he had her call me, and I told her my idea, and she laughed. And she said, let me see what I can do. And of course, I never heard from her again. But I realize now, he's a petroleum president. His cabinet is a petroleum candidate. They are so in bed with the fossil fuel industry that there's nothing that even Pamela Anderson could get out of Donald Trump. There's no point. But I feel bad. You know, that behavior is the behavior, it's the language of people who've been traumatized. And you have to hate the behavior, but don't hate the person. You know, I don't hate him. I feel sad for him. And what he's doing to the world and is just criminal. It's just criminal. It's terrible. But there's more of us, and we can make a difference.
Well, listen, 100%. And you know, I wouldn't get, and I wouldn't give up, and I wouldn't rule it out because
I'm not giving up.
I mean, in terms of even moving the Trump White House, I got a chance to work with them on criminal justice reform, and a beautiful woman, Kim Kardashian, went in there, and they said that Trump would never move, and he moved. So I think that there is a possibility out there, but it's going to take wisdom. You have been doing this for a long time. What did you learn in the 60s and the 70s as an activist? You know, you became very controversial. You had a big comeback. What did you learn in those days that you want these young people to know about being an activist for change?
Well, first of all, I want you to know that I'm learning from them. And I mean, the young people are inspiring me, so I don't want to appear like I have anything to teach them. But what I learned is never do things as an individual. Always be part of an organization, be part of a movement. It's when our numbers are combined that we can really make a difference, number one. Number two, don't let the bastards get you down. I've been attacked and vilified more than most white people. And I wrote recently to Greta Thunberg, don't let them get to you, because it just shows that you're being effective and making a difference. Otherwise, they wouldn't waste all this time and breath attacking you.
You know, women are increasingly taking the reins. Greta's a young woman. You have young women who are stepping up. As a woman, what advice do you have? Because that's a whole new set of challenges that the movement faces as women.
Well, there's a number of reasons why women are in the lead. We take the brunt of the climate crisis on all kinds of levels, including in our bodies, because we have more body fat, and that sequesters toxins and carbons, which gets passed on to our children. But also 80% of climate refugees are women, but women are also on the forefront of the solutions. Women have it in our bodies, the sense of interconnectedness and the commons. It's just in our DNA. And so this is a collective crisis that requires collective action, and I think women get that.
Yeah.
In our bodies, we get that.
Yeah. Do you think that in this country today, you know, we had a very qualified woman, Hillary Clinton, ran for president. She won the popular vote, didn't make it into the White House. There are now a bunch of women who are running. honestly now, you've seen this country through its changes and what it has not changed. Can a woman beat Donald Trump in your view?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Tell me why.
I happen to think, I do not agree with Obama, that this is not a time for bold ideas. I think this is exactly the time that people need to be brave and offer bold ideas, just like Franklin Delano Roosevelt did in the 30s in the face of the Great Depression. It's why Donald Trump won. You know, neoliberals like Hillary Clinton didn't have an answer for the people that are so hurting in the middle of the country. Donald Trump, you know, whatever we think of him, he had bold ideas, which is, let's trash everything and start all over in a way that I'm not going to tell you this, but it's only going to help the really rich. But you don't need to know that. I'm going to be there for you. You know, they were bold ideas and nobody else was speaking to them. I was all over the middle of the country before the election, and there was no noise from Hillary. So that was a big mistake.